Yep, there you are. You're live.
Let's see if I can get the feedback. Okay.
Okay. Calling the Zachary Allen and Nico Britton cases. That's calling case 20-3369 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Zachary Allen, here today for pretrial. Also calling case 20-3369-02 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Nico Britton, here today for pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCrae appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr.
Stephen Shirk on behalf of Mr. Allen, P 43732.
Good morning to you and your staff, as well as sister and brother counsel. I'm Jonathan Jones, 52920. I appear on behalf and with Nico Britton. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. How are you?
I'm terrific, thank you. I hope everyone's safe and well there.
Okay, so one thing I want to indicate, I do have an amended information. I'm not sure if we had that in there before. So it should just be 2 counts, correct? 2 counts of GBH?
Yes, Your Honor. That's correct.
Okay. Okay.
Please let the
so
record reflect we've received.
I'm sorry?
Please let the record reflect we have received and acknowledge it.
Okay. The record will so reflect. So what are we doing today?
Judge, we have some, I believe this is eventually going to be a jury trial, but there is some outstanding discovery. I did tender a medical subpoena to your JA last week for you to sign so I can get the certified medical records for the victim. And there's also, I've been in touch with the OIC concerning some 911 calls, photos, and something else maybe. So that's, I think we just need to set dates at this point.
She's correct.
Okay, so how long will it take for you to get the rest of the discovery to them, Ms. McCrae?
So the stuff I can get from the OIC, I think pretty fast. He hasn't responded to me and I've sent him 2 emails, but I'm gonna call the sergeant today. But the medical records, as you know, have been taking a very long time from the hospital, so that I'm unable to put a number on.
Okay, do you all still have the investigators that are going to pick them up, or are they sending them by email, or are they mailing them?
So the I have been having my OICs send them to the hospitals, and I like email them once a week to ask for an update, and they have not received anything back from the hospitals.
Wait, you said you've been having the OIC, what, take the subpoena to the hospital?
Yeah, and hand serve it.
Okay. All right, well, probably just follow up with the records department of the hospital yourself,
Okay.
because you never know really what the OIC is doing. So I would suggest you follow up yourself to find out what's going on with the medical record.
Okay.
So you all just need another date, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not that anyone asked, but I'm guessing we should probably do a 45 to 60 day control date to give her time to get that.
All right, when did this occur? This is a 2020 case. Wait a minute. You know what we did do? Are the clients on the record? Are the
Yes,
clients
Your
on the call?
Well, they're
Yes.
on the call, yeah.
All right, we didn't indicate that. Mr. Allen and Mr. Britton, please state your name for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. This is Zachary Allen.
Okay, and Mr. Britton?
Nico Britton.
Okay, all right, so the court does note that both defendants are present. Okay, this happened in April 2019. This is 2020 case. All right, we need to get this moved on. So I am going to give you a final date to make sure everything is in before we prepare this. Are there any negotiations going on though about this case?
Unfortunately, there are not.
And what does that mean? Does that mean that the clients have just decided that they want to go to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, then we need to get a trial ready. So I'm going to give you a date of June the 18th. No, not 18th, I'm sorry. June the 23rd. That's about 2 months out.
Is that 9 AM, Your Honor?
It will be 9 AM unless for any reason I get an emergency docket and they move me to the afternoon. But yes, it is
Right.
June 23rd at 9 AM on my personal docket.
Judge, can I make one
Your Honor.
request, please?
Sure.
Judge, this case has been going on for almost 2 years. Mr. Allen's been on a bond with no bond violations. He respectfully asked me to request the court. He is fully employed full-time, and his job entitled allows him to go out of town for work. We just wanted to see if the court would have any objection when he's planning to leave for work, if he could have permission to leave the state, Your Honor.
Yes, whenever he's planning to leave, then something can be submitted to the court's attention so that the court can sign on it.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Those in advance, yes. The court would
Your
just
Honor.
sign.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. As applicable to Mr. Britton, he's been wearing a tether for an extended period of time without any violations. It's an economic drain as well as an inconvenience vis-a-vis work. He's demonstrated he's not going to go anywhere near the complainants or commit any other crime. I'd ask that that be removed. I just don't think it's serving any purpose now. It's initially I can understand why it was required, but based on the length of time and his demonstration of respect for court orders and the other people involved, I think I just feel like that's run its course.
Well, let me ask this, Mr. Jones, you represent Mr. Britton.
Yes,
Does Mr. Allen have a tether on?
Mr. Allen, do you have a tether on?
No, no, ma'am.
I didn't think so.
yeah, I don't know why
Okay.
I do, but in any event.
Right, Madam Prosecutor?
I have no objection.
All right, court will remove the tether as to Mr. Britton.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Please stay safe.
You too. We'll see everybody on June 23rd. At that point, all discovery should be in. And we should be ready to proceed to send this to court administration for trial readiness.
And
Thank
Judge,
you.
you should sign the, will you sign the order for the medical subpoena?
When did you send it? Because I signed one the other day. When did you send it, Ms. McCray?
Let me pull up my email because I know I sent an update, asked for an update yesterday. 1 second. So I sent it on the 23rd, April 23rd to Hope, and then I asked for an update yesterday.
If you sent it on April 23rd, it's been signed already. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Who was, the medical records were for who? What's the victim's name?
So it is, his name is, I think it's Michael Ford. Yeah, Michael Ford.
Michael Ford?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, hold 1 second.
Hey, Stephen, once this is all over, could you please give me a call?
Yeah, I'll call you later this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, the mystery is solved, Ms. McCray. I signed it when you gave it to me. It was sent to the 9th floor. They didn't realize it should have just been emailed back to you.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna sign another copy right now so she can email it back to you, okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Britton and Mr. Allen, have a good day. This matter's concluded.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You too.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. I'm ready. Okay.
So we do not have a,
Judge, I also have Jordan Ward for sentencing. Do you want me to wait on that one or?
Jordan Ward is just signing in.
So we don't have the file, but I did print the register of action and the calendar conference form. It may be in your mailbox or it may be in transit.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
And that
Is it calendar conference? Okay, I'm ready.
I just gave you Brown.
You gave me Brown.
Cosa Brown, right?
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna be calling the Cosa Brown case. That's calling case 21-1016 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Cosa Brown here today for a calendar conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McRae appearing on behalf of the people, P number 8369.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeffrey Schwartz, P32076, on behalf of Ms. Brown, who's present in the Aristo phone and does not know how to identify herself otherwise. We agree to going forward by Zoom.
All right, Ms. Brown, state your name for the record. You're muted, Ms. Brown. You have to take your phone off mute. We can't hear you.
Costa Brown.
All right, good morning, Ms. Brown.
Good morning, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, so what are we doing on this? This is a calendar conference?
Yes, Your Honor, and this is a OWI third case, but it's a very old case, and I need to submit a letter to Mr. Bresnahan to see if we can get it reduced to a misdemeanor. And normally I wouldn't need that much time, but I'm going to be out of town for close to 2 weeks. So I was wondering if I can put it out to the 25th. Oh, wait a minute. This is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The 25th of what?
Of May.
Okay, the court does not have court on Tuesdays.
Oh, what
Court is
days?
only in on Wednesdays and Fridays, so it would have to be May 26th.
Okay, let me look at that date real quick. Hang on 1 second. Yes, that's good. The 26th is fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, so this will be scheduled for May 26th at 9 a.m. By that time, you should have spoken with Mr. Bresnahan, so I'm gonna put a note on here.
Correct. And I appreciate the court's patience. I would have done it earlier, but I'm going to be out of town.
Okay, all right, Ms. Brown, we'll see you back on May 26th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you and have a blessed day.
You too.
Do I hang up?
Calling the Leon Fuggerson case, that's calling case 19-6050 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Leon Fuggerson here today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McRae appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. Raymond Burkett on behalf of Mr. Ferguson, and we have no objections to doing this by Zoom, and he's on the record, and he's already signed in. Would you identify yourself, Mr. Ferguson?
Leon Ferguson here. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, good morning, Mr. Ferguson. Good morning, Mr. Burkett. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, Judge. What about yourself?
I'm doing well. Okay, this is an old case. What are we doing with this, Madam Prosecutor?
Thank you, Judge. Yes, I believe this is going to be sent to the Jury Trial Readiness Committee. I did e-file and email your JA all the documents for that last night. I did email Brother Counsel a proposed stipulation as to the felon in possession. So if he could just let me know if that's something he wants to, if he wants to have that stipulation for trial or not.
Yes, I'll stipulate to that.
Okay, great.
Okay, so let me make sure you all have completed the trial readiness form and it was emailed to the court?
Yes, Judge, last night, and I also e-filed that, the witness list, preliminary jury instructions, and then information.
All right, it's not in the file. Hold on a second.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I did get it late last night, the trial readiness form. I haven't had it. It looks like to be okay, but it was so late when I got
You
it.
haven't had a chance to review it yet?
Well, if it's the basic form, yes, I did look at glance. I think it's okay.
Well, hold on, Mr. Burkett, because the court always goes over it, so hold on a second.
Sure.
All right, hold on, my JA is pulling it. What time did you mail it last night, Ms. McCray?
I thought I finished all my work before like 5. I thought this one was-
I can't hear you, Ms. McCray, you're too far away.
Sorry. I thought it was in the afternoon. I'm looking at 1:46 p.m.
1:46?
Yes.
Mr. Ferguson, is your last name spelled F as in Frank, U, G as in girl, G as in girl, E-R-S-O-N?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's not Ferguson, it's Ferguson. Okay,
Correct.
let me have the materials, please.
What are you doing?
Okay, I have it now. It's indicated that there are number of witnesses for the prosecution, 2 plus OIC, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense counsel does not know of any witnesses for the defense? Is that what defense is indicating?
No, there are 3 witnesses for the defense that we,
Okay, that
I'm
was on
sorry,
this
4.
form. This form says unknown. So this should be 3?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't hear you.
I said the form says unknown, so this should be 3?
Correct.
All right, the court is making that change right now. Number of days for trial, 2 to 3 days, is that correct?
If that long.
Okay. No witnesses are traveling out of state. No interpreter needed. All
Correct.
attempts at resolution are exhausted. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. There's a jury trial.
Correct.
And
Oh,
she has on here no stipulation for felon in possession, which brother counsel just indicated that to Madam Prosecutor, he was stipulated that. Labs, are there any labs on this case?
No, Judge.
I'm sorry, did you say no, Ms. McCray?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said no.
Okay, no experts?
No experts.
There are no issues as to competency, Mr. Burkett?
none.
All right, I'm gonna check that. That is not checked. So I'm gonna indicate per defense counsel. no competency. Witness lists for both parties have been filed and are attached.
Correct.
Can you send me a copy of your witness list, Brother Tom?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have your name. Oh,
I do not have a witness list for the defense. We need the witness list for the defense, Mr. Burkett.
you will have it in about an hour.
Okay.
As well, Ms. Prosecutor.
And the preliminary jury instructions have been submitted. Okay, so it looks like it's ready to go to court administration. Once the court receives defense witness list, then we will submit this to court administration. Our understanding is jury trials are supposed to begin in June. Where you are in the queue, I do not know, but allegedly, they're supposed to begin the beginning of June. So, okay, other than that, are there any other issues on the parties?
Defense,
No, is that a no?
we have none.
None.
Okay, this matter is concluded. Mr. Ferguson, have a good day.
You do the same, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
How you doing, Your Honor? I can see you today.
I'm doing well, Mr. Tuttles. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Business all outdoors.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna be calling the Jordan Ward case. That's calling case 20-3586 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jordan Ward, here today for sentencing. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Shark on behalf of Mr. Ward.
Good morning. Mr. Ward, are you on the call? Mr. Ward?
I've already checked him in.
Oh, it's here. Mr. Ward, doesn't look like your client is on the call, Mr. Sharp.
I'm texting him right now, Your Honor.
He's here. I just asked to unmute. It looks like it's a closet that we're staring at, or stairs maybe.
What does it have as a name on the?
Jordan Ward. So if you look up on the screen, it's the middle row all the way to the right. So I've asked to unmute, but I believe it stepped away. I'm gonna go to the next page.
Yes.
You're gonna hold on to that, okay? The next one is Porter. He has two cases and they're pre-trials.
Okay. This goes back into the.
Yes. I don't believe I've gotten those
Yeah,
files.
no, this is something else. This is something else. Okay. Either way.
Calling the Scott Porter cases, those are calling cases 19-5133 and 19-5361 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Scott Porter, here today for pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Who's on Scott Porter?
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698. I'm standing in for the attorney of record, Ashley Capone.
Okay. Who represents Mr. Porter?
Mr. Prasad, I've already checked him in as well.
So Judge, just as a little bit of background, we have been going back and forth on email with all the
Wait,
parties.
hold on, Ms. McCray, because
Sure.
there's no defense. No defense is checked in on Mr. Porter. It's supposed to be Mr. Prasad.
I've already checked him in.
He must have hung up. All right, we're gonna have to skip that matter. We don't have defense. All right, go ahead. Next.
I think that was it.
I apologize. Porter is in custody. That's on your in custody docket for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right, so Mr. Porter is in custody. So that matter had to be moved to tomorrow. Today is only out of custody matters.
So are you moving it to tomorrow's docket?
Right, who do you believe you checked in, the attorney or Mr.
Both.
Porter?
I have check marks on both of them.
So Judge, I don't think based on the email, the defense attorney can make it on tomorrow. And then Hope said that it would be the next in custody date is May 4th.
Well, hold on one second, because number one, we don't have defense counsel on.
Right.
Number two, now I'm getting information that maybe Mr. Porter is not in custody. So we need to get Mr. Porter on the phone. We're gonna have to call him.
Okay.
Madam Clerk, you have a number for him?
For Mr. Porter?
Yes.
For the defendant, no, I wouldn't. I don't know.
I'm sorry, not Mr. Porter, Mr. Prasad.
Sure.
Okay, so I
We
was
need to
showing
find
he was
out
in custody.
what
He's
number
not in
one, where he
custody.
is, and number two, if his client is in custody.
I was showing he was in custody.
Yeah, but the clerk is saying she checked him in this morning.
Yeah.
So if she checked him in, he's not in custody.
Unless I made an error, but
Okay.
So we need to find out from his attorney for sure.
let me see.
Yes, on honesty is showing a J, so that means he should be in custody.
Yeah, I'm checking Sheriff Connect right now.
Okay, so he is, his client is actually in custody. So my next in custody date is tomorrow. Ms. McCray, you indicated that Mr. Prasad indicated he was not available tomorrow?
Correct, Judge.
We need Mr. Prasad, because we don't know when he is available.
It's his voicemail.
Okay, all right, then I'll set it for my next, when is my next in custody? I think I might have too many matters up on that thing. It's May the 4th. How many matters?
Good morning, this is Clerk Shepherd. I'm calling from Judge Chandra Baker's courtroom in regards to Scott Porter rescheduling the pretrial that was scheduled for today. If you could call back or check on it.
Let me know how many matters I have on May 4th and May 13th. Those are the in custody, next to in custody days.
5-4.
May 4th is 28. What's the other date?
May 13th.
May 13th is 5.
It's gonna be moved to May 13th. All right, Ms. McCray, the sentencing has been adjourned to May 13th.
Okay, Judge. Thank you. I'll let the parties know.
And that's May 13th at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
He is in Baker docket.
I can take those files back. Thank you. And I did leave him a message, but I'll reach out to him and let him know the next date.
Okay, thank you.
I swear he was here
Oh, next.
today. Right? That's just weird. Okay, let's see here.
Do we have Mr. Ward on the line now?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay, Mr. Shar? Mr. Shar left the building. All right, who else is ready? Okay.
Calling the DeMarco Hardwick case, that's calling case 21-101 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus DeMarco Hardwick, here today for a calendar conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Judge. Christopher Quinn, P69483, appearing on behalf of Mr. Hardwick, who appears, I believe, is also appearing via Zoom video conference today.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here, DeMarco Hardwick.
All right, good morning, Mr. Quinn. Good morning, Mr. Hardwick.
Good morning.
Madam Prosecutor, is there an offer on this matter?
Not at this time, Judge.
I'm in the process of gathering the necessary documents, Judge, to submit a gun board letter.
Okay. All right, so then let me give you some dates. Was the exam held in this matter or waived?
It was waived.
All right. If there are any motions, they shall be time-stamped and filed no later than June the 9th. Motion, and the response will be due on June the 16th. And the matters will be heard on June the 23rd. And that will be the final conference. If you come to a resolution before that date, please alert the clerk, the court, and we will put you on the docket.
Understood.
Anything else from the parties?
No, Judge.
All right, this matter is concluded. Everybody have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
You too. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right.
Okay, so Charles Steger is scheduled for a calendar conference today. He is in custody. Mr. Cripps is here. Do you want to go on the record, or would you rather it be adjourned to an in-custody date?
You can go ahead and call it and we'll just make sure Cripps.
He is here. He just checked in.
No, I mean for a schedule. Go ahead and call it.
I'm not going to put the dates on the calendar conference then.
Okay.
And there is what's it called? A bond DSU report in there as well.
Okay.
Calling the Charles Steger case, that's calling case 21-1948 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Charles Steger, here today for a calendar conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Reagan Lake, P70433 on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. David Cripps, P34972, appearing on behalf of Charles Steger. No objection to proceeding by Zoom today.
All right, Mr. Steger is in custody. Is that correct, Mr. Cripps?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so we have to reschedule him for my in custody date. How many matters do I have tomorrow?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold on.
Tomorrow you have 20.
All right, Mr. Cripps, you have your choice. You want to come back tomorrow or May 13th?
I cannot come tomorrow, Judge. I have a medical procedure.
Okay, then it'll be May 13th on docket B as in Baker at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Mr. Cripps, this is Clerk Shepherd. Is Mr. Lewandowski with you, or will he be logging on?
You should be logging on.
Okay, he's not here quite yet.
Okay.
Okay, so we can't call that.
Move on.
All right,
Mr.
let me call.
Mr. Tuttles, is Miss Dawson with you or is she going to be logging on?
You're muted. You're muted, Mr. Tuttles.
Miss Dawson is not with me. I'd have to check with my clerk to make sure she's logging on.
Okay, she is not logged on yet. Once she does, then we'll be able to call your case.
Okay, let me talk to my office. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mute your phone, Mr. Tuttles, before you start talking.
I will, Your Honor. Thank you.
Raymond's iPhone.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is Clerk Shepherd. Can I have your last name, please?
Parker, Parker.
Okay, I'm going to change your name so it shows properly. Thank you.
All right.
We have parties here on that.
No, his attorney's not here yet.
All right, Mr. Parker, what do you have?
Good morning. I have Coleman Davis, final pretrial conference. We would like to go to trial. I did send you a trial readiness sheet and my witness list.
Okay, is that Mr. Cray's case?
No, Your Honor, it is
Miss
mine.
McIntyre.
Miss McIntyre. Okay, good morning, Miss McIntyre.
Good morning, Your Honor.
The court is going to be calling the Coleman Davis case. That's calling case 21-834 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Coleman Davis here today for a final conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Abigail McIntyre appearing on behalf of the people, P71143.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Mr. Coleman Davis, P53832.
First of all, hold on, Mr. Raymond Parker, you need to mute your phone. Okay, Mr. Coleman Davis, state your name for the record.
Good morning, Coleman Davis.
All right, good morning, Mr. Parker, mute your phone, Raymond Parker. Thank you. Okay, you indicated you sent the trial readiness form to the court, Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have not seen it.
Okay.
Well, it's just your basic form that just has the information saying that, you know,
Yeah,
our
but
name.
you have to know, Miss McIntyre has to see it. Miss McIntyre, did you do one also?
I have not done one, Your Honor, because at this time it was
Okay.
a final conference and I was not did not know that Mr. Coleman Davis has rejected the offer.
Okay, well then let's start from the beginning then. Ms. McIntyre, please indicate for the record what the final offer is.
Your Honor, the people have offered the defendant to plead guilty to one count of criminal sexual conduct in the second degree with a sentence agreement of 1 to 15 years to be served in the Michigan Department of Corrections. And he would have to register pursuant to SORA and the people would dismiss the second count.
Okay, so you'd be pleading to count one. There's a sentence agreement. I'm sorry, I didn't get the sentence agreement.
1 to 15 years?
Okay, and he'd have to register.
Yes.
And what else?
The people would dismiss the remaining counts.
Okay, if he goes to trial and is not successful, what are his guidelines?
If he is convicted of both counts, it is 29 to 57. If he's convicted of one count, it's 12 to 24.
Okay. And you're 29 to 57 months, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and what would the people be asking if he's found guilty by jury?
To be sentenced at least 3+ years, middle of guidelines.
Right. Okay, Mr. Davis, your client, Mr. Parker, is aware of all those things indicated by the people?
Pretty much so, Your Honor.
Okay. And he is rejecting that offer?
Yes, Mr. Davis wants to go to trial. Am I correct, Mr. Davis?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. McIntyre, is that offer now withdrawn?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay, Then, you too have to do a trial readiness form, Mr. Parker. You can't submit a trial readiness form without having conversation with the opposing counsel, because the things on the trial readiness form are required for both of you. So I'm not sure what form you filled out, but it has to be done by both parties. So, my JA will send a trial readiness form to Madam Prosecutor, who will then complete it and talk with you regarding your answers, and it can be submitted to the court. We'll come back. I should have the trial readiness form at that time, and then we'll go over it on the record to make sure we're ready to go to trial. So I'm gonna give you another date in order to get the trial readiness form completed. I'm going to give you, today is April 28th. So I'm gonna give you, how many matters do we have on May 19th?
May 19th shows 22.
Oh my goodness, what about May 12th?
May 12th, 25.
Oh no, May 26th. Or what, May 21st?
The 13.
All right, May 21st. At 9 a.m.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna put a note in here indicating the court should have the trial readiness form at that time. And offer withdrawn. Okay, see everybody on May 21st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Right
Have a
then.
great week.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too. You have a good day, Mr. Davis.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
We're finished, Mr. Davis. You can log off.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Concluded.
There you go. We don't have a file on that, but that should have enough information for you.
Okay.
The court is ready for Jalen Taylor.
Here.
That's calling case 21-1996 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jalen Taylor, here today for a calendar conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning,
Here,
Your Honor.
can you hear me?
McCray appearing on behalf
Hold on,
of the
Mr. Taylor. Wait a minute, Ms. McCray. Mr. Taylor, hold on until we call you, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Ms. McCray.
Prosecutor Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Who is Mr. Taylor? Attorney, who is his attorney?
Mercier, I've already looked into it. He's here.
Mr. Mercier?
I just asked.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was muted. I had to turn that off real quick. Attorney Dan Mercier representing Mr. Taylor.
All right, Mr. Taylor, state your name for the record.
Jalen Taylor.
Okay, is there an offer from the people?
No, Judge, not at this time. We are in the midst of trying to resolve it via the gun board. So we did receive some documentation and my docket attorney is reviewing that right now.
Okay, do you know if he'll be a part of the gun board's meeting today?
I would hope so. I don't know.
Okay, all right, well, I'll put it out a little bit then. Well, I'm gonna give you some dates real quick. Motions shall be time stamped to file no later than June the 9th. Responses are due June the 16th. Motions timely filed will be heard on June the 23rd. That will also be the final conference. If you resolve it via gun board prior to that date, please contact the court. We'll put it on the docket. Any other matters?
Nothing for today, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Matters concluded. Mr. Taylor, have a good day.
You as well.
So just so you're aware, Mr. Taylor, your next court date right now is June 23rd, 2021, unless your attorney and the people come to some resolution, and then it'll be earlier, and you'll be notified of that date, okay?
Okay.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Mr. Tuttles, is your client on now?
I talked to my
happened
clerk.
there?
She said she was calling her. I'm getting ready to check and see whether or not she's made contact because I know Ms. Dawson is employed.
Okay, all right, dispute still. We're waiting on somebody else's claim.
Yeah, we've got 3 cases ready though.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Judge, Mr. Ward's back on.
Okay. Thank you.
Calling the Daryl Montgomery case, that's calling case 20-4933 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Daryl Montgomery here today for a calendar conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
And good morning, Your Honor. Nicole James appearing on behalf of Daryl Montgomery, P58961. Mr. Montgomery is present via Zoom, Your Honor.
Good
morning.
morning, Ms. Jane.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, where's Mr. Montgomery?
How you doing? This Mr. Montgomery, Daryl Montgomery.
Okay, Mr. Montgomery, can you turn your camera on?
Yeah, you give me a second. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay. Okay, while he is doing that, the court notes that there is a phone with the name of Daryl Montgomery on it, but cannot see the picture at this point in time. Ms. James, you are aware of your client's voice?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that your client's voice that we hear?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right,
Hold on.
we have
I'm about to turn my camera on. Hold on. How to do it?
We have an offer from the people. All right, good morning, Mr. Montgomery.
Good morning. Sorry, y'all.
That's fine. We have an offer from the people.
Judge, so my understanding, and hopefully Sister Counsel can shed some light on this, is that Mr. Montgomery is in diversion?
He was approved for diversion, but we were waiting to get to this courtroom so that he could be placed in diversion. So I'm not sure if the court has the order or not, but
I think he's not. Ms. McCray, do you have the order?
I do not, Judge. Let me email Mr. Heapy. I'll text him actually.
All right, did you email Mr. Heapy, Ms. McCray?
I'm texting him right now, Your Honor. I thought that would be faster. Just one moment, please. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, while we're waiting on a response, Mr. Heath, we can pass this and go to another matter.
Are you ready to go into the sentencing for Jordan Ward?
Yes.
Okay. And I believe you still have the file on that?
I do.
Okay.
Right here. Okay.
Okay, the court is going to be recalling the Jordan Ward case. That's calling case 20-3586 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jordan Ward here today for sentencing. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Sharg on behalf of Mr. Ward.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jordan Ward.
All right, good morning, Mr. Ward. Mr. Lewandowski, please put your phone on mute.
Okay.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report. It is factually accurate. There's no additions or deletions that need to be made. Respectfully ask you to file the recommendation of your Cobb's agreement in this matter.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Mr. Ward, do you consent to be sentenced over Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so defense has indicated there are no corrections, deletions, or additions to the body of the report. What about the people?
Judge, I don't
Yes.
have any additions, deletions, corrections, or edits.
Okay. With respect to the guidelines, are the guidelines correct?
Yes, Judge, I do believe they are correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me look and see what they are briefly. Okay, I'm showing that the guidelines are 0 to 18, so that is correct?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ward, did you review the pre-sentence report with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And is everything that's stated in the report true and accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will sentence Mr. Ward pursuant to his COPS agreement of probation for 3 years, no HIDA. And you must comply with requirements of drug testing as directed by the field agent. You must not attempt to submit any fraudulent or adulterated samples for testing. You must not hinder, obstruct, tamper, or otherwise interfere with the testing procedures. And you must present proper identification at the time of testing. You must complete a substance abuse assessment when you are referred by the field agent. You must comply with the Michigan Department of Corrections electronic monitoring program and/or remote alcohol monitoring when referred by the field agent, and reimburse the state at a rate established by the Michigan Department of Corrections. He's not on a tether, is he?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Okay, I don't know why this.
I don't believe that was part of your COBS agreement, Your Honor.
It was not. Madam Prosecutor, you don't remember anything about that, do you?
No, Judge.
All right, the court is going to strike number 3. You must possess either a valid state of Michigan driver's license or personal identification card issued by the Michigan Secretary of State. You must not engage in any assaultive, abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. You must not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact without permission of the field agent with anyone you know to have a felony record. And you must not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with anyone you know to be engaged in any behavior that constitutes a violation of any criminal law of any unit of government. You must not change residence unless you first obtain written permission by the field agent. You must not use any object as a weapon, and you must not own, use, or have under your control or area of control a weapon of any type or any imitation of a weapon. And you must not be in the company of anyone you know to possess these items. You must submit to a search of your person and property, including but not limited to your vehicle, residence, and computer, without the need of a warrant if the agent has reasonable cause to believe you have items which violate the conditions of your probation. You must make genuine efforts to find and maintain legitimate employment for a minimum of 30 hours per week. Mr. Ward, do you have a job?
Not right now at this moment, man, because I had got hit by a semi, so they really got me on rest at the moment. I had showed my probation officer because he had asked me showing proof of everything that was going on, so I showed him
Who were you working for previously, Mr. Ward?
I was working for Evans Distribution in Romulus right before the accident had happened.
Okay, are they planning on, can you go back there once you finish with your disability or whatever it is you're doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, so you must maintain genuine efforts to find and maintain legitimate employment of a minimum of 30 hours per week unless engaged in an alternative program approved by the field agent. And you must provide ongoing verification of employment or alternative program to the field agent. And you shall not give reason to terminate or voluntarily terminate your employment or alternative program unless you first get written permission from the field agent. You must pay $68 in state costs as ordered by the court. You must pay a crime victims assessment amount of $130 as ordered by the court. Now, Mr. Ward, you're also supposed to pay $1,300 in court costs. But in lieu of the fact that you're not working, although I do know you're receiving unemployment, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to reduce your court costs from $1,300 to $300.
Thank you.
Took $1,000 off. Handgun intervention class, and you must pay $30 per month supervision fee. It is my duty to advise you. Oh, I also need to indicate he had 2 days of jail credit. Does anybody dispute that? Or as far as you know, that's correct.
As far as I know, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. It is my duty to advise you that you have a right to request leave to appeal from the Court of Appeals to appeal your fleeing sentence. If you are unable to afford an attorney to prepare post-conviction motions or perfect an appeal, This court will appoint an attorney for you at public expense and will provide that attorney with such portions of the transcript as that attorney may require to prepare the motions on appeal. You are further advised that if you wish to file an appeal or motion, the request for the appointment of an attorney must be made in writing and filed with the clerk of this court within 42 days of today's date. The clerk will email the advice of appellate rights form to your attorney, Mr. Sharp, who will forward it to you. Does your attorney have permission to initial the form on your behalf, acknowledging your receipt of that form, Mr. Ward?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and that's the form you must file with the clerk of this court within 42 days of today's date, if you wish to appeal and need to have counsel appointed for you. If you do not wish to appeal, you do not need to send that form in. You need to contact the probation department, Mr. Ward, when you finish with this call. Do you
Okay.
have a pen to write that number down?
No, I don't have a pen, but I can write it down in my notes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. 313
456
456
4600.
4600. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, anything else from the parties?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Mr. Ward, have a good day.
You too, ma'am.
All right. The matter's concluded.
And I take that you had a new PSI on that.
I'm sorry.
Yes. So I will. Understand. Okay, we can go into Raymond Parker.
Okay.
I believe Mr. Wallace is here. So I'll double check. I'm gonna ask him to unmute. And Raymond Parker, where are you? Yeah, he's unmuted as well.
And if I may, Schlaf patching on Hussey.
Mr. Slough, you need to mute your phone. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, the court is going to be calling the Raymond Parker case. That's calling case 19-8662 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Raymond Parker, here today for pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray, appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Defense counsel, who's here on Mr. Parker?
Hello, Your Honor. I'm Jamonte Cannon of Perkins Law Group. I'm going to call over Chad Wallace as soon as we can.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Hello, I am Jamonte Cannon of Perkins Law Group. I work under Mr. Muhammad Nasser and Mr. Chad Wallace. Mr. Wallace, I think, is in the other office. Let me get him over real quick.
Okay.
1 second.
All right, he's not ready. Let's go to the next one.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. We have at Baumgartner, which is a pretrial. The file was not found, so I printed the register of action.
Okay. Baumgartner. All right, let's see what's going on.
Morning, Judge. I don't know if the clerk checked me in on Mohammed Taraf.
Good morning. Who are you representing?
Mohammed Taraf.
Muhammad Taraf, is he on the call?
Yeah, he's in my office.
Oh, he's in your office. Okay.
Okay, and I just gave
Baumgartner.
The court is going to call the Gregory Baumgartner case. That's calling case 18-7308 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Gregory Baumgartner, here today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Judge, this is an attorney general case.
It is.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any idea who the attorney general is?
Yes, I did write it down, I thought. No, I did not. Let me see.
Michael Frezza.
Oh. Is
Who's
Michael?
on this case? Whose phone is not muted?
Raymond Parker.
Mr. Parker, mute your phone. Raymond Parker, mute your phone. Thank you. All right, go ahead, Ms. McCray. What did you indicate?
I think someone just said it was Michael Fraza on the call. Someone say that?
All right.
Yes,
Well,
it's Greg Baumgartner here. Yes, it's Michael Frezza. Oh, there's my attorney.
Mike Ratai here, Your Honor. I didn't know you were calling the case.
Okay, yes, we did call the case. Okay, Mr. Rattine. And
Yes.
who's the other attorney?
It's Mr. Frezza from the AG's office, Judge.
Have you been in contact with him at all?
Yes.
Was he aware of today's
I'm
proceedings?
sorry.
Was he aware of today's proceedings?
I believe so.
All right, then I guess the court is gonna have to call him. What's his name again?
Frezza, F-E-R-Z-Z-A.
Okay, we'll have to give him a call and we'll have to pass this matter.
Okay.
Yes, can I speak with Michael Frezza, please? This is Clerk Shepard from Judge Baker's courtroom. We've called the case and he is the attorney of record, the AG. Thank you.
Attorney McLeod, we'll call your case in a minute.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right.
And I apologize, Judge. Attorney Mohammed Nasser here on Raymond Parker. I had stepped away momentarily. Forgive me for that.
That's fine, not a problem. Hold on one second.
Case, the Mohammed Tarif case, calling case 19-8511 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Mohammed Tarif. Here today for pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Mr. Macklin, we just called your case.
Morning, Judge. Thank you. Amir Macklin on behalf of Mr. Mohammed Taraf. My client's my client's in the office with me. Judge, he's in the office with me. He's coming in from the conference room right now. Hang on one second, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
You have to follow Mr. Taraf.
Mr.
Taraf.
Frezza is coming on.
Mohammed Taraf.
Today was the day.
Okay. All right, good morning, Mr. Taraf.
Morning.
Right. Hold on a second. Let me get some information on this case.
I have no file. Did I give you the register of action on that one?
You gave me the register
My
of
apologies.
actions
Let me get
on
you that.
Baumgart.
So, Judge, this is a case that we held an exam on over a year ago. We had waived jury in front of the deceased, now Judge Roberson. And we're getting ready to go to bench trial on this case. And then the assistant prosecuting attorney emailed me earlier this month asking if we wanted to resubmit this for gun board consideration once again. I suggested we probably should do that. Otherwise, we can carry on for a bench trial in front of Your Honor.
Okay, Madam Prosecutor.
Yes, Judge. Upon my review of the file, I believe this case was originally denied from the gun board based off of no sufficient employment proof. I know that is no longer a requirement of the gun board committee. So that's why I asked Brother Counsel, or told Brother Counsel I recommended he resubmit. I think this is a case that we should be able to resolve short of trial.
Okay, good. That sounds good. So what I'm gonna do is, Attorney Macklin, how long will it take for you to resubmit the documents?
Judge, I have the prior gun board letter already drafted. I mean, all I'm gonna do is re-email it, so I could do that today.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll give you a new date and hopefully it will be resolved when we come back. How many matters do we have on May 7th?
7/22.
What about the 12th,
25,
the 14th?
24,
Oh my God, the 19th,
22,
21st,
13.
May 21st
Okay,
at 9 a.m.
okay, Your Honor.
Okay, see everybody on May 21st at 9 a.m. Hopefully it gets resolved. Thank
Thank
you,
you, Judge.
everybody. Have a good day.
You too. Have a great day.
You too.
Judge, we now have the diversion order for Mr. Montgomery.
Okay.
And I believe you should still get the file on that one.
For Ms. Montgomery.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was,
Do we have the order down here?
I don't have anything, no.
Did you all email the order to the court?
Mr. Heaphy emailed Miss Kennedy, myself and Miss James.
Okay, hold on.
We're going to recall the Daryl Montgomery case. It's calling case 20-4933 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Daryl Montgomery here today for a calendar conference. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
And good morning, Your Honor. Nicole James, appearing on behalf of Daryl Montgomery, P 58961.
Good morning, Your Honor, Daryl Montgomery.
Okay. All right, the court is in possession of a motion and order placing defendant on diversion, which is signed by Mr. Heaphy. The court is also going to sign it. The review date is April 29th, 2022. So that's the date we'll be back. And Mr. Montgomery, make sure you comply with everything you're supposed to do for diversion, okay?
Okay.
All right, have a good day, Mr. Montgomery.
You too, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good one, everyone.
Yeah, I'll talk to you in a minute, Ms. James.
Yes.
Thank you. Did you want to recall Raymond Parker?
Yes.
I know he's available, and someone from Perkins is here. as
Yes.
well.
And so, Mr.
Nasser, I believe.
He's under Ted Wallace's.
Yes. Yeah, but Mr. Nasser. I think it's Mr. Nasser.
Okay.
Recalling the Raymond Parker case. It's calling case 19-8662 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Raymond Parker here today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
And good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please His Most Honorable Court, Mohammed Nasser, P74485, appearing on behalf and with Mr. Raymond Parker, who also appears via Zoom. Mr. Parker, please identify yourself for the court.
How you doing? I'm Raymond Parker.
All right, good morning, Mr. Parker. Good morning, Mr. Nasser.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, the court is in receipt of a trial readiness checklist form. And so it appears as if we're headed to trial. Is that correct?
Well, Judge, if I may.
Sure.
There is another case that has actually popped up, which is, I believe, the same date as the date of the alleged incident, which is for a stolen motor vehicle that is set for a preliminary exam on the 7th of next month, which would be next Friday. In light of that, Judge, I think a desire to reach a global resolution. I haven't had an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor on this since you are the new judge. So forgive me for that. However, my desire would be to try to reach a global resolution. So what I would ask is allow us to hold the exam on the 7th and perhaps set another pretrial in this case in about 2 weeks. That way we can make a determination if we can reach a global resolution, if this court would so respectfully allow.
Okay, that's fine with the court. Okay, so you have a preliminary exam on the other case on May the 7th?
Yes, next Friday, Judge.
Okay, so we'll come back. All right, so your new date here will be May the 21st.
Thank you, Judge.
At 9 o'clock. Then you can let the court know where you stand on it.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you. Everybody
Pleasure
have a good
seeing you.
day. Have a good day,
But-
Mr. Parker. This matter's concluded.
Thank you, Judge. Pleasure seeing you. Have a good day.
Thank you, same here.
The Lewandowski case next. Actually, there's 4 cases. Do we have the prosecutors for Mr. Lewandowski?
Yes, that's me. APA
Okay, great. Okay, we're gonna be calling the Lewandowski cases. It's calling case 19-3585, 19-3586, 19-3587, 19-3588 in the matters of the people of the state of Michigan versus Bignew Lewandowski here today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McRae appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698, appearing on all of the defendants' cases.
Mr. Cripps? Mr. Cripps looks like he's on the phone. So I guess we gotta pass this matter. All right, next. Mr. Slough, what do you have?
Good morning. I have Thomas Hussey, and he's not present. There's a bit of a problem, and I could address that on the record.
Okay, are we ready on Anita Dawson?
I'm ready on that, Judge.
Who's defense counsel?
I think that's Mr. Tuttle.
Mr. Tuttles.
Yeah, it's Mr. Tuttle.
Can you email Mr. Tuttles and tell him we need him back on the call, Ms. McCray?
Yes.
Thank you. We're not ready on that either. All right, Mr. Cripps, are you now ready on Lewandowski?
I'm ready.
All right, well,
I'm Lewandowski.
Okay,
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Recalling cases 19-3585, 19-3586, 19-3587, 19-3588 in the matters of the people of the state of Michigan versus Zbigniew Lewandowski here today for pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McRae appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Hey, good morning, Judge David Cripps, P 34972, appearing on behalf of Mr. Lewandowski. No objection to proceeding by Zoom today.
All right, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Lewandowski. Please state your name for the record.
Good morning, Zbigniew Lewandowski.
Okay, this is an old case. What's going on with it? Anybody know?
Yes, Judge. I'm trying to resolve this case. I have been in negotiations with the Mr. Bradley Cobb on this for a long time. We haven't reached a final resolution as to plea negotiation. There was a very extensive entrapment hearing that has not been completed. Actually, we were just going to start it before the pandemic hit. But I'm trying to resolve this case through a plea.
Okay, so let me make sure I'm clear. The motion to dismiss on entrapment grounds, was that ever heard?
No, it was going to be heard by the Honorable Daphne Means Curtis. But the day we were supposed to start it, believe it or not, was the day the court closed down for the pandemic.
Okay, so that motion, now I have to say that I have not read it, so that won't happen today. I don't know.
It would probably require an evidentiary hearing, but I really would like to try to resolve this short of that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you a new date. Well, let me ask this, Madam Prosecutor, do you have any other plea right now offered from the people?
Yes, Judge. The offer is, okay, hold on one second here, would be to, on case 19-003588, would be to plead as charged to count 1, which is controlled substance delivery manufacture. It would be 1 to 20 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. The people would dismiss counts 2 through 4. I would also withdraw the habitual offender notice. We would dismiss case 19-3585 or all the other cases. So all the remaining cases.
Is there restitution?
No, Judge, I'm not seeing any restitution.
Okay, so my understanding is the offer is to plead on case 19-3588 as charged to count 1. The remaining counts in the habitual are also dismissed, and there's a sentence agreement of 1 to 20 in MDOC. And for pleading on that case and on that 1 charge, the remaining cases are all dismissed, correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right. If Mr. Lewandowski goes to trial, what are his guidelines?
One moment, Your Honor. Judge, I'm not sure. It would definitely be prison, but I'm not able to find my guideline sheet right now.
Okay. So we want to make sure Mr. Lewandowski is properly informed as to what he's looking at if he chooses to go to trial. So at this point, since Mr. Cripps is still trying to work out a better deal, I guess, we will come back, but on the next one, we will find out if there is a better deal. If there is not a better deal, then do you want to proceed on the motion, Mr. Cripps?
Judge, it would be a request for an in-court evidentiary hearing.
Okay, so then if that's the case, I'm going to give you a date in May to see if this has been resolved. If it has not been resolved, then at that point, we'll submit for an in-person evidentiary hearing.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, your next date is May the 21st. I need to write a note to myself. Ms. McCray, as far as you know, this offer is still open, correct?
Yes, Judge.
So I'm gonna put by May 21st, need a resolution.
Okay.
If not, we'll look at whether there is an evidentiary hearing granted. Okay, we'll go from there.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. You have a good day, Mr. Lewandowski.
Thank you, too, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Tuttle's is back.
Sounds good, thank you.
We can call Anita Dawson.
There's the recall.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't have a file on her.
No file, no. Calling the Anita Dawson case, that's calling case 19-4557 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Anita Dawson, here today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Antonio D. Tuttles on behalf of my client, that is Miss Anita Dawson, who is physically not present in your courtroom. I do ask this court to waive Miss Dawson's physical presence. However, Miss Dawson is present via Zoom. Miss Dawson, can you identify yourself for the record, please?
Yes, good morning, Anita Dawson.
All right, good morning, Miss Dawson.
Hello.
Okay, what are we doing on Miss Dawson's case? I believe it's up for a pretrial. Do we have an offer?
Yes, Judge, the offer would be to plead guilty to count 1, home invasion, first degree, which carries a
20-year max.
Right, sorry, Judge, carries a 20-year maximum. We would dismiss counts, the remaining counts 2, 3, and 4. And any sentence to include restitution. So I guess the sentence, there's no sentence agreement. It would be left up to your honor.
What are Ms. Dawson's guidelines?
Her guidelines are 12 to 20, I think, as charged, or 15 to 25 for our offer.
Okay, so Mr. Tuttles, have you heard that offer before?
No.
Oh, so this is the first time. So you
No.
need time to
So,
talk to your client.
I need time to talk to my client.
Okay.
And I just want to be clear on the offer. Your Honor. So the offer is plea to home invasion. The remaining counts will be dismissed. There's no sentence agreement, and they leave sentencing up to you. And her guidelines on a home invasion are 15.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that would take it out of straddle cell. All right, so you can give me a week to talk to my client about that. Well, 2 weeks, because what I would like to do is submit to you on basically a sentencing memo, just letting you know who my client is before you, if you were to think about what you, not necessarily a cops, but
Right,
you understand?
I understand. A sentencing memorandum
Yes.
or, yeah, information. Okay, that's fine. So just so the court is clear as well, the offer is to plead to count 1 and the remaining counts are dismissed. Restitution, if there is any, and the sentencing will be up to the court. Correct?
That's correct.
Okay, we'll be back on May the 21st. Let me ask you something, Ms. Dawson, you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do for a living, Ms. Dawson?
I work in the healthcare field, home healthcare.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll see everybody back on May the 21st.
Okay, Ms. Dawson, be in touch with my office in the next day or so you could come in for an interview or call in for an interview.
All righty, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's at
Okay.
9 o'clock too, Ms. Dawson.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. Your Honor, to you and your staff, have a great day.
You too.
Okay, and stay safe.
You as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're cooking with grease.
I'm sorry, what was that?
So we're cooking with grease.
Right? Okay, let's do it.
We should be done. 30 minutes. All right.
Let's see.
What are we calling now?
We're waiting for Mr. Frezza. Okay, he's here now. So we can go back on to
That's
Baumgartner.
Baumgartner. Okay.
Yep. If you're ready,
I'm ready.
Okay, we're recalling the Gregory Baumgartner case. That's calling case 18-7308 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Gregory Baumgartner, here today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record.
You're muted, Mr. Frezza.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Michael Frezza on behalf of the people.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mike Ratai, P number 43004, on behalf of Mr. Baumgartner, who I know is also present via Zoom.
Good morning, Mr. Ratai. Mr. Baumgartner,
Yes, ma'am.
where are you? And you're not in the photo. All I see is a name.
All right. I was worried about, I don't know how to put on the camera. This is the first time I've ever been on Zoom. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, well, Mr. Ratai, do you know your client's voice?
I do. That's him, Judge.
All right, for the record, the court will note that Mr. Baumgartner is having technical difficulties with his camera, but his phone does say Gregory Baumgartner, and per his attorney, Mr. Ratai, that is his client's voice. Okay, so this is a 2018 case As you know, the court took over from another judge, and the court is aiming to clean up this docket. So where are we on this case, and why is it still here?
We're waiting for a trial date, Judge.
By
That's
way-
it, that we're waiting on. Was
By
there
way
a
of-
trial readiness form filled out?
By way of history, Your Honor, I can say that Officer Baumgartner was charged with 20 felony counts of uttering and publishing false Secretary of State documents. The people have offered Officer Baumgartner 2 misdemeanors under MCL 752.11. That offer
I'm
stands.
sorry, Mr. Fraser, can you slow down under MCL? Give me the number.
Yes, Your Honor. It is 752.11.
Those misdemeanors have are what, 93 days or 90 days?
They're 1-year misdemeanors, Your Honor.
1 year. All right, is there a sentence agreement and restitution?
There's no sentence agreement. The offer is that the court would decide the sentence after argument by the parties, and there's no restitution required.
Okay, if Mr. Baumgartner goes to trial and does not prevail, what are his guidelines?
Off the top of my head, Your Honor, I don't recall. My estimate for a UNP of this nature would probably be 0 to 9, maybe 0 to 11, something in that range. That's my guess.
And you're telling me it still would be that with 21 counts?
20 counts. I don't have the file in front of me. I was unaware that we had a court appearance today. So I apologize. I can certainly get that for the court after the hearing or at the next hearing, if Your Honor so chooses.
Okay, let me indicate that, first of all, the court doesn't have a file, so we're gonna have to find it. Second, my register of action is showing 21 counts, and you just indicated 20 counts. So,
It's 21, Judge. Mr. Francis, yeah, it's 21.
okay,
I apologize, Your Honor. I misspoke. I believe what the register of action says. I was going on memory.
And Judge, if I could just ask for another clarifying, and I'll ask this to Mr. Frezza through the court. We had some discussions and Mr. Frezza did extend that offer to us. But there was also a potential for MCL 771.1 or to having the plea be taken under that. Am I right on that, Mr. Frezza, or am I wrong?
I don't recall that, Mr. Attai. I would have to refresh my recollection looking at the file.
Yeah, take a look at one of your emails that you sent me so we could I just wanted that on the record for the client's purpose.
okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Since Mr. Frezza was not aware that this case was up, the court is going to adjourn it, but when we come back the next time, I want everybody to know exactly what the guidelines are, what Mr. Baumgartner is looking at if he goes to trial, what is being offered, because it seems to me the 21 counts are being dismissed down to 2 misdemeanors, that this is a good deal. But again, I don't know anything about the case.
We
So,
understand, Judge.
let's go.
What are you
to
looking at, Judge?
May the 21st at 9 o'clock.
Hold on, May the 21st. I'm not available, Judge.
You're not available the whole day, or is it a particular
Well,
time?
I got about 2 other Zooms that morning at the same time. We could do it. I mean, I just have to, just bounce in and out.
That's fine.
Is that okay with you?
That is fine.
Okay.
All right. So May 21st at 9 a.m. and you can bounce in and out, and we'll handle it once you get in. So make sure, Mr. Baumgartner, your next court date is May the 21st. Is that fine, Mr. Frezza?
It is with the people, Your Honor.
at 9 a.m. At that time, please have all the information we need either to resolve this case or we'll then get it prepared for trial or not. Because it's too old at this point.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right.
Thanks,
Nothing else?
Judge. Yes,
All right,
thank you very much.
Everybody have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a Lakeisha Bivens on our Zoom call. Which case are you here on, ma'am? Lakeisha Bivens? Yes, this is Clerk Shepherd. Which case are you here on today, ma'am?
Which case am I? Is it
Ma'am, I cannot hear you. It is very garbled. If you can maybe try stepping out, maybe try either coming back onto our Zoom or stepping outside and seeing if that clears the issue. But right now the court is unable to hear you.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Is it the attempted murder one?
Which case are you here on today, ma'am?
All I know is my tether officer said I had court today.
Your
And it's
which
Lakeisha,
officer?
Lakeisia. The one versus what's his name? William.
Miss Bivens, this is the judge. Are you the defendant or the victim?
The defendant.
Okay, Mr. Sloss, could you please mute your phone? Mr. Sloss,
I'm here.
please mute your phone.
I did. I'm sorry, Judge.
Okay, Miss Bivens, I show, who is your attorney?
My attorney was Miss Watts.
Okay, I show that your next hearing date with Judge Baker is June 9th.
Okay, so why is not today? I mean, what happened?
Why you're here? If you haven't, I don't know why you're here today, and your attorney's not here either.
Miss Baker, Judge Baker.
Yeah.
Is a competency hearing?
Okay, ma'am, if you can contact your attorney, she'll be able to clear up any questions you may have.
I would like another one. I asked y'all because I give me another one when we was in court last time. And this is the court that we were supposed to have gathered that for the results of the forensics, the results from the forensics. But I have not received anything from the forensics as far as the appointment goes.
Ms. Bivens, you have to contact your attorney. You're not up today, okay?
And my next court date is when?
June 9th.
June 9th. So
Thank
y'all
you.
don't have on the docket period.
No, you're not on docket period. Actually.
Well, okay. Well, my lawyer was supposed to be giving. I need another lawyer. I don't like her. I don't want her. At court hearing.
It's Bivens. We can't deal with that today. You'll have to come back on your next.
I haven't spoken to my lawyer since the last. She won't return my phone calls or anything.
All right, I had to get rid of her. Okay. How many matters do I have on June 9th? I can't.
Mr. Schlop, this is Clerk Shepherd. Are we ready? Where's your client at, Mr. Hussey?
That's the problem. That's the problem. We're for the moment we're as ready as we.
Oh, hold on. All right, we're gonna call it. Hold on.
Okay.
There you go. We're gonna call the Thomas Hussey case. It's calling case 20-4092 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Thomas Hussey, here today for a final conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Reagan Lake P 70433 on behalf of the people.
And good morning, James Schloff on behalf of Mr. Thomas Hussey.
Good morning, Ms. Lake.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right, so what's the problem? Where's Mr. Hussey?
Your Honor, I have been calling my client, not been able to get in touch with him, messaging him. And this morning when I called, I found out his phone is disconnected. So I'm not sure he's aware of this date.
Well, did you send him a letter or anything once you couldn't reach him on telephone?
No, I did not. It was only in the last couple of days. And that's when I got the offer from Miss Reagan as well. So I'm asking for another date. I will send him a letter. I will go by his house if necessary to make him aware of another date.
Ms. Lake?
Your Honor, people do believe the defendant does have some responsibility to make sure he is aware of his next court date. Since we don't have an excused absence, Mr. Schloff has no way at this point of getting hold of him, since it sounds like the number is disconnected. We would ask for a bench warrant.
I will promise this court I will get a hold of him one way or the other.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do, Mr. Slaw. I'm gonna give you a few days. When you come on, you just need to come on the court and bring your client so I know he's there. Let's see, my next in custody is Friday the 30th. I mean, not in custody, out custody. How many matters do I have on the 30th?
22 with the exception of anything that was scheduled today.
I didn't put anything on the day.
Okay, so 22.
All right, I'm gonna give you 2 days, Mr. Slaw, to April 30th to find your client.
Is that in the morning?
It is.
I'll see you then.
Okay, and if we don't have them then I will put out a bench warrant. Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. When you're ready.
I'm ready.
The court is calling Darius Purnell's case, calling case 21-1480 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Darius Purnell, here today for a final conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Appearances for the record on Purnell.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Andrew DiMaggio on behalf of Darius Purnell, P45619. She'll be present on Zoom, Your Honor.
Darius Purnell.
All right, Mr. Purnell, you need to turn your camera on.
Yeah.
Right. Good morning, Mr. Purnell.
Good morning.
Okay, this is scheduled for a final conference. Was there a plea tendered by the people?
Yes, Judge. There was an offer. Well, there's no offer because the defendant is HIDTA eligible. So it would be a plea to count 1, weapons carrying concealed, that carries a maximum of 5 years imprisonment, and then count 2, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. That's a felony that carries a maximum of 2 years imprisonment. And he's HIDTA eligible. So I think we're just waiting on the signed form from brother counsel.
What signed form?
The plea form.
Oh, okay. So a plea form has been tendered?
Yes, I did receive it, Your Honor. I believe it was signed by a prosecutor. Is that correct, Ms. McCray?
It was signed by me, right? But you haven't signed it.
Right,
We need
exactly.
the signature of the defense and the defendant.
Correct.
Your Honor, does this court allow the attorney to sign on behalf of the defendant?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can sign the plea form and sign on behalf of your client and email it to us. I can't take a plea without the plea form.
Correct. Is it possible to take the plea and I can have that form mailed due probably in by 12 o'clock, or do you want to just do it before
No.
at the same time? Okay.
The court will not take a plea without a plea form. I need
Okay,
signatures.
Your Honor, I have the plea form. Could this matter be scheduled even as early as tomorrow, and I could have that plea form all executed and back to the court?
This cannot be scheduled tomorrow because the court only has a clerk on Wednesdays and Fridays because that's the day that this court is required to be in session. So we will schedule it for April the 30th in 2 days on Friday.
Okay, and I'll have it all emailed to the clerk. What is the email of the clerk, Your Honor?
You can send it to Hope. I'm gonna have you send it to the JA. It's Hope, HOPE .Kennedy, CANN as in Nancy, AD as in David, Y as in yellow, at 3rd RDCC, 3RDCC, which is Third Circuit Court, .org.
Okay. I'll have it in there. I'll have it in there probably tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, make sure you do. So when we come back
I will,
on the
Your Honor.
30th, ready to take this plea.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Parnell, we'll see you on Friday at 9 o'clock.
All right.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Judge,
Thank you.
and your staff.
The court is calling the Joseph Sobis case. It's calling case 21-1868 in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joseph Sobis here today for a calendar conference. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McCray appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
On behalf of Mr. Sobis.
Morning, Mr. Talinsky.
Always my pleasure, Judge.
All right, good morning, Mr. Sobis.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, this is here for a calendar conference. Is there a plea offer by the people?
Not at this time, Judge.
Okay.
There is no offer at this time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Is there going to be some negotiation? Mr. Teklinski, are you talking to the prosecution office?
Your Honor, I would ask this honorable court to schedule this matter for a calendar conference for a possible resolution.
This is the calendar conference, Mr. Teklinski.
Well, Your Honor, could the court grant us an additional adjournment, a short adjournment in this matter so I can further discuss the matter with the prosecutor?
No, the court is going to give you your dates. And from there, hopefully you all can get it resolved. If it's resolved before these dates, you can come back to court. Was there an exam held in this matter? Mr. Teklinski, was there?
Excuse me, Your Honor, I did not hear that.
Was there an exam held in this matter?
Exam was held.
Your Honor, there was no exam held in this matter.
Okay. Any motions, if you decide to file any, must be time stamped and filed no later than June the 9th. Any responses must be received by June 16th.
Okay.
And the final conference will be June 23rd. At that time, that's your next date. Hopefully you resolve it short of that. If you do, contact the court and we can put you on the docket, okay?
Thank you very kindly, Your Honor. Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
Have a good day, Mr. Silvers.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you, Judge.
Mhm. Is that it?
Almost. Mr. Ellisall, is your client here? This is Clerk Shepard.
Good morning. No, he is not here. He should be, but he's not, so I'm assuming that there's some issue.
Okay, and that's a plea, so it's your call to call the cases.
Who is it? Dennis Al Goofy?
Yes.
All right, let me see the file. Yeah, let's call it.
calling the El Kufi cases. Those are calling cases 17-32-02 and 21-602 in the matters of the people of the state of Michigan versus Ali El Kufi. Here today for a violation hearing and a pretrial. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrea McRae appearing on behalf of the people, P number 83698.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lawrence LaSalle appearing on behalf of Ali El Kufi, 71355. Your Honor, just
Good morning to
briefly.
you both.
Morning.
Hold on one second. Where's the probation officer? Where's Ms. Sean? She's on the call.
She is, she was.
We have a number up there for Ms. Sean. I hope you got it.
Right now.
Okay. Hold on one second, because we have a probation issue as well. Ms. Sean should be on the call. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, just so you're aware, the probation agent, Ms. Schoen, did email me earlier at 10:03 and said that she had to exit the meeting. So I'm not sure, so I can stand in for her because she said we're just tracking the case.
She's not answering.
Okay, well, all right, we can just waive her presence. You can't really stand in for probation, but,
Okay.
all right. So where is Mr. Al Kufi?
Your Honor, we've negotiated a plea deal on this, and he was scheduled to come in yesterday to sign that deal at my office. He indicated that he was not well because of some COVID issues in his house. So I told him I didn't want him to come to the office. So I don't know if he's dealing with that or if he's not well this morning, but I've texted him. I have no response, Your Honor.
Okay, well, it's not like he's coming to court. He will be on Zoom.
I know.
So,
I expressed that as well, Judge. I know.
all right, so I'm going to give you till Friday to bring your client here.
Understood, Your Honor.
That's April the 30th. If he's not here on April the 30th, I'll be issuing a bench warrant.
Understood.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
That completes our docket.
Oh, thank you, but you know, I think I got something else. What's going on? That was it's on another name. Gonzalez?
That was the co-defendant and it's been adjourned to June 16th.
Oh, okay.
I called Mr. Andrew
Oh,
and he's like, no, it's already been adjourned. So my apologies, I did not catch that there was a co-defendant.
what about Rivera?
That was the co, that's the co.
Oh, that's.
Both, I'm sorry, both of those are adjourned to June 16th.
Okay,
And then that
Okay.
should complete our
That
docket
does
for the
complete.
day.
okay, thank you.
Not a problem.
All right, Ms. McCray, that's it for the day. Have a good day.
Thank you.
There's something wrong here.